Job interview conversation.
What experience do you have managing a warehouse?
I have been managing warehouses for over 10 years. I have experience in all aspects of warehouse management, from receiving and shipping to inventory control and order fulfillment. I am familiar with all the latest warehouse management software and systems, and I am always looking for ways to improve efficiency and productivity.
What strategies have you used to improve warehouse operations?
There are a number of strategies that can be used to improve warehouse operations. Some of the most common include implementing an inventory management system. This can help to optimize stock levels and ensure that items are being stored in the most efficient way possible. Introducing new technologies. This can help to automate tasks and improve overall efficiency. Reviewing processes. It is important to regularly review processes and identify areas where improvements can be made. Training employees. Providing employees with training can help them to be more efficient in their roles. Motivating employees. Creating a positive working environment and offering incentives can motivate employees to work harder and be more productive.
What do you feel are the most important aspects of warehouse management?
There are many important aspects of warehouse management, but some of the most crucial ones are ensuring that inventory is accurately tracked and stored, that the warehouse is kept clean and organized, and that orders are fulfilled efficiently. Other important aspects include safety, security, and compliance with regulations.
How have you gone about recruiting and training warehouse staff?
In order to ensure that our warehouse staff are properly trained and able to carry out their duties effectively, we have implemented a comprehensive recruitment and training program. First, we identify the specific skills and knowledge required for each position in the warehouse. Then, we advertise the open positions and screen all of the applicants to find the most qualified candidates. Once we have selected the candidates that we would like to interview, we conduct thorough interviews to assess their skills and abilities. After hiring a new employee, we provide them with on-the-job training so that they can learn the specific tasks that they will be responsible for. We also offer ongoing training opportunities so that our employees can keep up with the latest changes in warehouse procedures.
What systems and processes do you have in place to manage stock levels and inventory?
The first thing we do is track our sales data closely. This lets us know what items are selling well and which ones aren't selling so well. We adjust our inventory levels accordingly. For example, if we see that a particular item is selling slowly, we might order less of it the next time we restock. We also have a just-in-time inventory system in place. This means that we only order enough inventory to meet our current needs. This helps us avoid having too much inventory on hand, which can tie up capital and lead to stock issues. We use a variety of methods to keep track of our inventory levels. This includes barcoding, RFID tags, and manual counts. We also have regular cycle counts to ensure that our records are accurate.
How do you ensure that goods are stored safely and securely in the warehouse?
There are a few key things that warehouse managers can do to ensure that goods are stored safely and securely in the warehouse. Make sure that all goods are properly labeled and stored in the correct location. This will help to ensure that items are not misplaced or lost, and that they can be easily found when needed. Conduct regular inventory checks to ensure that all items are accounted for and in good condition. This will help to prevent losses and damage, and will also allow for early detection of any potential problems. Keep the warehouse clean and well organized. This will create a safer environment for both employees and goods, and will also help to deter theft. Implement security measures such as CCTV cameras, alarms, and locks to deter thieves and protect valuable items. Work with a reputable shipping company to ensure that all goods are properly packaged and protected during transit.
What health and safety procedures do you have in place in the warehouse?
The health and safety procedures we have in place in the warehouse are as follows. All employees must wear appropriate personal protective equipment at all times while in the warehouse. Aisles and walkways must be kept clear at all times to prevent trip hazards. Pallets must be stacked correctly and securely to avoid collapse. Employees must be trained in proper lifting techniques to avoid injuries. Dangerous chemicals must be stored safely and away from areas where employees are working. First aid kits must be readily available in case of accidents or injuries. Fire extinguishers must be placed throughout the warehouse and employees must be trained in how to use them.
How do you deal with stock shortages or damaged goods?
There are a few different ways to deal with stock shortages or damaged goods. One way is to have a system in place where you can track inventory levels and quickly identify when items are low or out of stock. This way, you can reorder items before they run completely out. Another way to deal with shortages is to keep a variety of similar products in stock so that if one item is out of stock, customers can still purchase a similar product. Finally, if damaged goods are discovered, they should be removed from the shelves immediately and either returned to the supplier or disposed of.
How do you manage stock levels to ensure that customer orders can be fulfilled on time?
There are a few key things that I do to manage stock levels and ensure that customer orders can be fulfilled on time. First, I track customer demand patterns closely and use that information to forecast future demand. This helps me to know how much inventory to keep on hand at any given time. Second, I maintain close relationships with my suppliers so that I can quickly and easily restock inventory as needed. Finally, I have a well-organized and efficient warehouse operation so that orders can be pulled and shipped out quickly and efficiently.
What methods do you use to keep track of stock movements in the warehouse?
There are various methods that can be used to keep track of stock movements in the warehouse. Some of the most common methods include using barcodes, RFID tags, and GPS tracking. Barcodes are typically used to track inventory as it moves in and out of the warehouse, while RFID tags and GPS tracking can be used to track the location of specific items within the warehouse.
How do you troubleshoot problems with warehouse equipment or machinery?
There are a few steps that can be taken when troubleshooting problems with warehouse equipment or machinery. First, try to identify the problem by observing the equipment or machinery, and looking for any obvious signs of damage or malfunction. If the problem is not immediately apparent, consult the owner's manual or other documentation to see if there are any troubleshooting tips that can be followed. If the problem still cannot be resolved, contact the manufacturer or a qualified repair technician for assistance.
What do you feel is the most challenging aspect of managing a warehouse?
There are many challenges that come with managing a warehouse, but I feel that the most challenging aspect is ensuring that the warehouse is always running smoothly and efficiently. This means keeping on top of inventory levels, making sure orders are fulfilled correctly and on time, and dealing with any issues that may arise. It can be a lot of work to keep everything running smoothly, but it's essential in order to maintain good customer relations and keep the business running smoothly.
How do you motivate staff to maintain high levels of productivity?
There are a number of ways to motivate staff to maintain high levels of productivity. Some common methods include offering incentives, setting goals, and providing feedback. Incentives can be a great way to motivate staff to increase their productivity. Common incentives include bonuses, paid time off, and gift cards. By setting specific and achievable goals, employees will be more likely to stay on task and meet deadlines. Providing feedback is also an important part of motivating staff to maintain high levels of productivity. By regularly giving employees feedback on their performance, they will be able to see what areas they need to improve in and what they are doing well.
What are your plans for future development of the warehouse facility?
My plans for future development of the warehouse facility include expanding the current facility to accommodate more inventory and adding additional features such as a loading dock and shipping area. Additionally, I would like to improve the organization and layout of the warehouse to increase efficiency and productivity.